Hey there, it's BitB, and welcome out to another BitB stream. Thanks for coming out. It is currently Saturday, and I am playing a little bit of Terraria. Before we get started, though, I want to cover a little bit of a thing with you guys. Now, if you recall, I played a little bit of Terraria last Saturday, I believe. I definitely did it last weekend. And can I just say that playthrough was kind of shit. Not on my end. You know, it's like I did everything I possibly could. But we started out on a freaking, we had a clean slate of a main place to spawn, and then corruption on the left, corruption on the right. We really couldn't explore. We couldn't go and find much of anything. The only way was down. And, a little bit of Terraria is that, but I would like to have a little bit more exploration and whatnot. I don't know. It just felt like we had a really sour opening, so I feel like it would make more sense if we just throw out the previous stream that we did and just start right here and start with, a fresh map. That's kind of what I'm thinking. What do you guys think about that? Personally, I'm all for it. I'm always for fresh starts and all that jazz. And, we were one stream in. I feel like we could definitely do better than what we did last time. That was my thought. So, I don't know. How are you guys doing in the chat? I hope you guys are doing decently today. Me, like I said earlier, it's been kind of slow, but you know what? I'll take slow over stupidly busy. Man, stupidly busy is not my forte at the moment. Okay, well, let's go ahead and head over to the main tab then. Hey, Mapley, how's it going? Fluffy is currently trying to redesign Astorville and Animal Crossing. Finished up the designer plan yesterday. I think I saw a little bit of a preview of that. I actually didn't know that, planners even existed in the first place. But I suppose considering how rabid the fan base is, I'm sure somebody had coding skills to be able to pull that one off. So really, I'm not surprised. Maple says today has been a bit slow. Hey, same here. Okay, anyway, let me head over to the game tab. Like I said, I kind of want to just make a new map. Just because, I don't know. Like I said, corruption, both sides. I hated it. I hated my previous playthrough. So why don't we just go ahead and do that? But one other thing that I want to do today, since we have this, considering that I don't have a map to go to this time around. Ooh. Bunny Stuff participated in the TF2 Maps May Micro Contest. You made an arena map in 3 hours. Holy crap. That's a heck of a lot of work in 3 hours. Alright, I'm gonna pick same character. Oh yeah, here's the beta for the Byte server. Here, let me jump into this real quick. Now, this is the save file that I used based off of, actually, for the Byte server, and I decided to pre-make it in Windows, and I decided to move it over to Linux afterwards. Yeah, this is what it used to look like. I need to jump in there. I haven't been there in a tiny bit of time. I know that Owl has currently been doing a heck of a lot of work in that server, and it's pretty impressive. I built a couple of buildings, like the main place that you spawn. Owl, on the other hand, was just like, I'm going to build an entire house. Oh, I'm also going to go and make the fencing around the area. I'm going to make everything pretty. It's just like, holy crap. Okay, clearly we know who plays, the most Terraria here. Or at the very least, is more dedicated to it. Because I'm not. Merp says, Twitch just wants to not work for me today. Hopefully, it'll fix itself. Oh, dear. Let me check my performance on my end. Doesn't look like we have any kind of performance hiccups on my end. Very strange. Maple says, I wish I could re-download Terraria, but I don't have enough Man, once again, I think, you know what? Out of curiosity, I'm going to go into my properties for Terraria and look at this real quick. Okay, according to this, it uses 280 megabytes on my hard drive. You seriously don't have 280 megabytes sitting somewhere? It's a pretty lightweight game, man. Any herps. Right. So instead of just starting out a brand new world outright today, because the original world was the Isle of Seafoam, and that was just kind of crap. Still trying to find the time for the 1 terabyte. Okay. Plenty stuff says 500 megabytes. Well, hold on a second, because according to my installation of it is 280 on my end. I don't know if any of the other files that are installed in other places count. I don't know. Oh, hello, Blue. I hope you're doing good. Alright, anyways, we're going to start a new world, but instead of starting out with just a standard world, I want to do a little bit of an experiment today. This might be a one-off, this might be not, I don't even know. We're going to name this world... Drunk as a skunk. And there's a special seed that I'm going to be plugging into here. It's a special little Easter egg. Now, I have been spoiled a little bit about what this thing does, but I attempted to try and avert thine ears, so to speak, after I heard about it initially. Here we go. And this is the release date for the game. There we go. Screw it, let's make it a large world. Why not? Make it classic. I'm gonna specify corruption, but I don't think it matters. Anyway, let's just see what the heck happens. Oh, fuck. Oh, piss. Oh, no. This should be fun. Oh, God, look at the background. The smiley face with the moon. What the hell's happening up there? Oh, holy shit. This is worse than I thought it would be. It's like we're hacking into the Matrix. Hey, Dragon Rose. How's it going? That's a mess and a half. I certainly hope this is actually loading something. And it's not just hacking into my computer and causing horribleness. Ah, Maple has posted a picture of the hard drives. No, fair enough. Maple says, Terraria 2, The Glitch, the movie, the game, the prequel sequel. Yeah, are you ready to see some shit? Because you're about to see some shit. This is basically a glitch world. Oh yeah, Dragon said, I put in a special seed, and it's a little bit of an Easter egg that was put into the new Terraria. I'm so happy that you have the ability to plug in seeds, because it gives you so many options for silly worlds and things, and Easter eggs. This kind of reminds me, you remember that Easter egg that Minecraft pulled on April Fool's not too long ago? And it was just like, I forget exactly what it is. I think it was called like the Infinite Biomes update or something like that, where they pretended like, oh yes, we included infinite biomes and infinite worlds, and you could go into different places and different portals, and you could go to different worlds and build new worlds, and I don't know, it was trippy as all balls, and there were weird things that could happen and weird parallax shit happening. The Smile Moon is an actual real thing that happens. Is an actual real that happens, says Mapley. Funny Stuff says, that was actually dope for an April Fool's update. I do like it when April Fool's Day jokes happen with video games, and I feel like it needs to happen more often. You know English today. English. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, Jesus, that moon. Wow, what is this thing attempting to do? Again, I feel like it's, like, trying to mine cryptocurrency or some shit. You woke up at 2 p.m. Oh, shoot. Did you get a lot of sleep last night? I wonder if these numbers on the screen mean anything or if they're just, like, random crap. I'm sorry to hear that, Mapley. Again, I recommend getting some sleeps. Okay. Here we are. Drunk as a skunk. Let's go in. Let's see what the heck's going on. I'm sure nothing is wrong. I'm sure this is a normal Terraria world where nothing bad will happen. Oh, what the wait a minute. What? Wow, Bit, meeting an adventurous man like you makes me want to why is the party girl here? I'm confused. You're supposed to be the guide. Okay, well, let's just keep going from here. Whatever. Let's just count this as a normal Terraria starting. And clearly nothing has gone wrong. We're good. Oh, also, I am sort of cheating, and I did bring along my original character. I did clear out his inventory to an extent, but I do have some supplies ready to go. Okay, so where did I... so I basically started here, right? Okay, where's the spawn? It's nice that it actually shows the spawn on the map now. Here, I think it's right about here. I'm gonna mark that down just for now. I'm ready for more Goofy. What? Oh. Okay, for a brief second, I thought that was something weird. No, the party girl just has party bombs. Got it. Mapley, this is fine. No, I swear, this is fine. It's good. Can't help but notice that the trees are upside down in the background. Hey, Pink! How you doing? Totally nothing weird happening here today. Also, man, I can't tell, but I feel like some of the clouds are upside down too. God, I'm scared. I do like this music. It's very adventurous. Jovial! I'm going to assume that that's just regular Terraria music and I'd have nothing to worry about. Anyway, so like I said, I've outfitted myself with a sword to start out here. I just hope I don't run into a bunch of corruption on this world either. Like, that would really suck. Like, my freaking luck. On top of that, I don't entirely know how the world generation works on this particular seed. Like, I don't know if it's the same for everybody else, or if it's entirely different every single time. For replayability. 420, praise it. No, for replayability's sake, I really hope that it's just random every single time, and the whole seed thing is kind of just a front. Oif. Oh, yeah. That's a cloud that looks like a burb. But me and my buddies have been playing expert mode on our own personal server. And, oh, holy piss. Like, that mode, it drifts in between being extremely fun and not fun at the exact same time. Because there's a lot of extra stuff that you get in expert mode. At the same time, you gotta go through some hell in order to earn all of it. Sometimes it's just, not fun. Really, this music doesn't sound at all like any Terraria music I've ever heard. Like, this sounds like some crap that I would hear in, you know, it's like, I don't know, Dust in Elysian Tale or something. I'm used to Terraria music just being, I don't know, just entirely unhinged and crazy. Where most songs are, you know, most songs are composed in 4/4. I think Terraria's music is composed in 6/172. Got it out. No. Cutting down trees, you little bastards. Alright, fine. You want to go? Let's fucking go. Sure. Anyway, I don't have a whole lot of else, you know, other things that I need to talk about here. Oh, well, okay. I suppose I could go ahead and talk about the, you know, the elephant in the room, so to speak. Because I haven't talked about it on stream yet, and that's gonna have to happen, I suppose. Yeah, I ended up losing a whole bunch of the recorded VODs, and I do not, even to this moment, to this day, I still have no idea how I was in the mindset to lose all of them. And I still feel really bad. I know that you guys have said it's okay, it's fine, and everything's fine. You guys don't care too much about it, but I certainly do. I'm especially confused because I don't understand how the heck it even happened. Because again, it was really late at night. and I really needed to sort out a bunch of the VODs that were just sitting on my system. And I decided, I'm like, okay, well, let's move around some things. And then I was really tired, so I decided, you know what? I'm exhausted. I will continue to work on this the next day. And then after the stream, I went to go take a look at the VODs just to see how things were. And all of the recent VODs were completely missing. And after I did a search on my computer, I couldn't find them. And then I remembered that I actually did a little bit of deleting that night, but I couldn't for the life of me remember what I deleted. So I'm fairly certain that I probably deleted those files. Unless my computer is pulling a wicked prank on me. I don't know. All I know is that I have never been so sleepy and so out of it that I have accidentally deleted, like, 10 files that I was not supposed to. To be fair, like, none of those files were labeled as of yet. I hadn't gotten around to it, and I was naming them as I started working on them. But yeah, I tried to download as many files as I possibly could off of Twitch, and so it's not like they're all entirely gone. I still have a whole bunch of the VODs, but at the same time, I have lost some pretty significant ones. And sadly, some of the ones that we lost were some of the streams of Hat in Time that we did. And I feel extremely bad about that. Because those were some really fun streams, and I'm kind of upset that I no longer have access to them. I don't know why, like, my dumb luck always seems to make the Hat in Time streams end up screwing up somehow. I guess that being, you know, that gives me an excuse to maybe do another Hat in Time mod stream sometime soon. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Is there any updates on you guys' ends? I hope you guys are just doing fairly well. I hope things are pleasant. Hope things are good. At the moment, I'm just attempting to try and keep myself as isolated as possible. Oh, I don't need hugs, but they're appreciated. Thank you. How... Okay, alright, wait. How deep is this tree? Hold the phone. What the fuck is going on with this tree? Is this normal? An eyebrow is raised. I'm gonna have to look at this from the map and, like, see whether or not this is a need, like, you know, an adequately long... I don't know. What is this? Why is there a door that... Okay, no, I think I'm thinking too far into this. Clearly, everything's fine. Nothing is weird. No, this length is... Oh. Shit. Didn't expect that. How you guys doing lag-wise? Here, everybody in chat, when I clap, I want you guys to send just a random message. Actually, no, not a random message. Say the word pickle in chat when I clap. Okay? Give you a moment to type it. All right. 1, 2, 3... Okay, so a couple of you guys have got some decent ping on me. I have not seen a pickle come from Mapley yet. Which is a sentence I didn't expect I was going to be saying today. Is this new music for, like, the Journey version of Terraria or something? Because seriously, like, it sounds good, but it sounds absolutely nothing like the original Terraria stuff. Oh my god, Mapley, refresh your stream, because I just got that pickle message that you sent, and I think that was about a minute ago. I would highly recommend. Oh, you just got back? Okay, never mind. I was just very, very confused. Late pickle! That's the worst kind of pickle. Can you move out of the way, please? For fuck's sake, come on. I am in the middle of building and you decide to do this on me. Come on. Digital Fox says, I have a terrible idea for the stream chat. Oh no. Would I approve of said idea? Fantasy, for fuck's sake! Again, your timing on the place that you decided to just sit down. Oh, your inconvenience. All right, you know what? Yep, you have made the decision for me. Gonna really be like that? Then fine. I'll build around you. Every time I die, everyone in the chat gets to make a custom death message as a joke. I really wish that Terraria had some, like, Twitch integration. I think that'd be funny. Like, one of you guys has control over one of these zombies for no reason. Oh boy, welcome to first day of Terraria. Do 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 do. Lady, you are not helping. God. I missed the guide. Here, give me a quick second. I'm just checking my computer and stuff. Very well, very well. Oh, shoot, heartfelt. Oh, no, not heart. Frickin' star. Brain, reboot, please. Anyway, I'm trying to think of some more stuff that has happened as of late. I don't know, aside from that frustrating crap involved with the VODs. I guess I could go into the specific details about what it takes to actually process all of those Twitch VODs. But it's kind of boring stuff. It's basically a whole lot of technical talk and not much of anything else. No, I learned an interesting thing a little bit earlier when I was working on the Twitch VODs that I downloaded. Turns out, I think Twitch VODs are saved as variable frame rate instead of constant frame rate. Now, for those of you who are not in the know when it comes to video formats and whatnot, constant frame rate makes it so that it is a forced certain amount of frame rates. It absolutely has to hit a specific amount of it. Like, actually, I think it's wait, is it variable bit rate or frame rate? I'm trying to remember exactly. See, I'm not very great when it comes to this stuff. I'm pretty sure it's frame rates, though, because I think variable frame rate means that it'll try and get to, like, an average amount of frames, but it will, you know, it's not strict. It's not stuck at a specific amount of frames. You know, it'll dip down to, like, maybe 58, and then maybe once it'll be up to 61, that kind of thing. Well, again, my streams are at a constant 60 frames per second. The Twitch VODs are a variable 60 frames per second, which means it can fluctuate. The frustrating thing about this is that if you try to edit it in some kind of an editor, your editor is stupidly confused because this is a full 2-hour chunk of time that it doesn't really 100% know where every single little bit of the audio and the video is supposed to lay. So the audio and the video will get stupidly out of sync from each other. I hope that I'm explaining this in some kind of a clear way. It's obnoxious because the only thing that you can do to fix that situation is manually fix it and, like, you know, readjust the timing yourself, which I've done in the past, and it doesn't look that great, and it's also a pain in the ass. Or you can use another program, or, you know, something like that, that can convert it over from the variable frame rate to more constant a little bit more accurately. That is what I opted to do this time, and it works. However, the issue is that you have to re-encode the entirety of the video, which means that my computer would be sitting, processing, like full-on 100% processor power for 2 hours for each video. And also keep in mind that I need to reprocess and re-edit all of this footage so that it works and looks proper on the YouTube. So all in all, since this is about like 4 or 5 videos, and I'm processing them twice, it's taking me like 20 to 30 hours of just video processing in order to make it work. You can see why I don't like to mess around with the Twitch VODs, and I would much rather just work with my own footage. That way there's no re-encoding I need to do, I don't have to futz around with anything, and I can just upload the VODs as raw as possible. And also, my computer doesn't have to cry. I was telling all of this to my buddy Ben, and he's just like, dude, you need to get an editing rig. Like, you need to have a separate computer for this stuff. And I'm like, you don't have to tell me, man. Are you kidding me? Whenever I have to do any kind of video editing, that means everything on the computer, it's pretty much dedicated to that. I can't play the delicious video games. And God help me, I want to. Anyway, Mayplay posted a picture a little bit earlier. When someone gives you a compliment and you don't know how to act. Eat flour. Hey, you look really nice today. I like your sweater. I would like to say again, why is the party girl here? Like, I was about to say I'm not complaining. No, I am absolutely complaining. I'm so sick of this confetti. You could be doing so many things for me at this moment in time. You could be giving me some advice. You could be doing anything. But no. You choose to throw streamers into my face. And she's now a permanent part of my floor. God, I hope not! I hope she moves! She's been stuck in this exact same spot for a while. She doesn't seem to want to move. Oh, please, 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 please tell me that you're not just stuck there. If you're actually genuinely just stuck there and I can't do anything about you, I'm going to be, like, this... Oh, man. Again, honestly, if quirky, stupid shit like this happens for the entirety of this seed, I kind of want to make this just a regular thing. I feel like that would be hysterical. She keeps walking back and forth, but never goes up a level, so she's in the world's shortest pit. I don't know. I don't know how this seed works. Oh, gee, thank God. Stay. And in comes the jovial music again. Okay, well, I got a lot of wood. Should I work on the house, or do I want to go and explore? One big fat question mark for me. Also, I have no idea where the spawn point's floor actually is. Because I know I'm attempting to try and build the house around the spawn point so that I don't have to worry about a bed or anything like that, but... How did I get Party Girl so quickly? This is the special glitch seed that was added to Terraria. And I'm super confused so far. Because, yeah, look in the background. Them trees ain't right. Something's broken. Hey, I'm free! Yeets confetti. I'm so concerned. I'm so sad. Okay. You know, all right. I'm too curious. I want to know what NPCs show up at what time. Okay, I'm lazy though, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and make the skyscraper. Screw it. I just want to know. If we started out with the party girl of all things, like what the heck is the next one gonna be? Is the guide last? Does that completely screw up my opportunity to do the wall of flesh? Actually, that is a very good question, though. Now that I think about it, yeah. For those people who don't know, the guide is necessary in order for you to do the wall of flesh stuff. And for those of you who don't know what the wall of flesh is, just give it a minute. The trees look like figures in the distance now. I know. So I don't have a guide in my world. Nope! I don't! I don't know how this is gonna work. Oh, hey, look, the party girl is being beaten to death. Oh, don't you let things inside my house. I know you're the party girl, but no, you are not allowed to party with the slimes. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. M. Mahalotov? Is that it? Oh, yeah, Molotov. Yes, that makes sense. Out of sheer laziness, I kind of want to just make as many floors as possible. And I say that because, like, I don't want to have to come back to it later, if I decide to come back to it later. Yeah, those trees look funky. Something ain't right. 10 out of 10. Most streamers can't pronounce your name. Oh, well, there we go. Jesus. I'm usually bad with names. I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm not giving myself enough credit. The Bit Hotel. Yeah, basically. Oh, here's another thing that I actually learned about. The happiness function in the NPCs. Didn't know what the heck that was. Turns out, the NPCs are actually a lot happier when they're in, like, their own natural environments or, like, with people that they naturally enjoy being with. So, and the problem is, conversely, they can have negative attitudes if they're in an environment where they are next to somebody they don't like. So, the more, you know, the more upset that they are, the more expensive their wares are going to end up being. So it's actually to your benefit to space out your NPCs and put them in locations and with people that actually make them happy. I don't give a single Kentucky Fried fuck about that, though. So... if it means I have to spend a little bit more money on stuff, so be it. I don't know. I don't care. I attempt to try and just use my money on reforging anyway. We have motels, so why not botels? Boat and BitB sold separately. We're on a boat, motherfucker, take a look at me. BitB is over party. Oh, hi, Twitter, how's it going? Also, Jesus, Mapley, why? What does host list do on Twitch? Your guess is as good as mine. I know that you can host somebody and, like, you know, show their stream on your channel. But God help me, I don't know. That image is the worst thing I have ever seen, says Digital Fox. That means that the curse has been, that means that the curse was successful. Anyway, no, on the expert mode server that my buddies are privately doing, we've currently defeated the Wall of Flesh, and we're going into hard mode. And, ow. Hard mode and expert mode sucks. And keep in mind, there's apparently a master mode in Terraria now. I don't know what kind of freaking crazy person would want to do master mode. Expert mode is bad enough as it is. I feel like when you enter master mode, you just immediately get liquefied by the nearest slime. Hard and expert. Expert. Okay, there we go. I wanted to grab a little bit of stone because I want to do... I don't know. I've got this really weird aesthetic that I go when it comes to these skyscrapers you will find. Like, I like putting stone within the workshop area of the skyscraper. And then everybody else just gets wooden houses. Because I am a boring little boy who's only here for the adventure and not much else. What is this music? Seriously, what are you? I have never heard this before. I gotta go and look up whether or not there's a new Terraria soundtrack that I can buy. Because if there is, I want it. Because there is some decent music coming from this thing. Mapley apparently found something worse. I'm just gonna keep going. Oh, whoops. I just realized I'm building stone wall in a place I wasn't planning on building stone wall. Whoopsie doodle. Well, that's my bad. Will you stop lighting off bombs in front of the house? God, I feel like an angry uncle. Being like, God, why do you let them do that, Shirlene? Your neighbors are gonna hate your guts, you know that? Well, I tell you, that boy needs some discipline. She acts like a bored frat girl. I mean, basically. I don't know too many bored frat girls that just, you know what, now that you, you know what, yep. I was about to say, I don't know many bored frat girls that just randomly light off firecrackers. But then I remembered I saw a video recently that was completely stupid. It was a video of these, like, I have to assume they were sorority girls or something to that effect. Either or they were drunk, I don't even know. But they were lighting off, like, a firecracker. And the plan was they were going to light it, toss it into a bucket, and then leave the room and have it explode. That was the plan. And I guess they must have been really drunk because they lit the firecracker, and instead of throwing the firecracker into the bucket, they threw the lighter into the bucket and then ran off with the firecracker. And everybody at the party was just like, whoa, whoa, no! And then you just hear an explosion. I'm like, oh boy. Well, I certainly hope that wasn't a hospital trip. Bucket plus firecracker equals... Fuck it. Jesus. I don't know. I felt kind of bad, but I also laughed. So I feel extra bad about it at that point. It's kind of one of those, like, man, that's one of the reasons why I don't like to drink alcohol. I see no reason why you should, like... Man, I can be dumb by myself without, you know, drinking myself stupid. I have clearly proven that by doing these streams. You've seen me.
You know how stupid I can get?
You know. Don't need alcohol to have a good time, is my opinion. Alright, well, I nearly got most of these rooms pretty much finished. I don't even remember where I saw that video. Could it have been on Byte? I don't know. I've just about had it up to here with Byte, though, let me tell you. If you don't know what Byte is, basically, Vine came back. That's it. It's just Vine again. Made by the same guys that made Vine before. But I've had it up to here with it because I get it. I originally got it because I'm like, oh, I remember that. I remember all the really funny comedians that were getting their start on Vine. And I remember a whole lot of them nowadays. Let's go ahead and, like, you know, let's take a look at it. Let's have some yucks. Let's have some fun. And then I dive in and just, wow. The amount of toxicity on there is kind of shocking. It's either toxicity or some random 8-year-old that's talking into their phone because they're just like, oh, hi, hello. You know, it's kind of like those awkward things where they don't really know what to do, and they're just like, I don't know. I guess I'm going to wave my arms in front of the screen because that's funny, right? Like, I didn't sign up for this. Like, I don't want to tear anybody down for attempting to try and do something fun on a platform. Like, by all means, go ahead and do something fun on the platform. But just because you're attempting to try and do something and have some fun, that doesn't inherently mean that it's something that's entertaining for me personally to watch. But the worst part about Vine... about Byte for me... Oh, Fox says, I considered hosting my world publicly and allowing viewers to join? You wouldn't personally, but you know some people who would be interested in that. We do have a public-esque sort of set up for Terraria. I have it set up on the BitB server, so if you wanted to join a Terraria server that I got set up, that is available, but you need to join the BitB Discord in order to take a look at it. Bit, the bellhop man of the Bit Hotel. Anyway. No, at the moment, the thing that I really don't like about Byte, and I don't know... Alright. I feel like I've talked about this before. I swear I've talked about this before. Because I think I've asked this exact same question to you guys. How many of you guys have a TikTok? Okay, Molotov does. Alright. Dragon does not. Cool. That's fine. If you got one, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool. Pink does not. Gotcha. Mapley does not. Digital does not. Okay, so Molotov, I guess, has one. Alright. So, Molotov, I have got to ask this question. Over on TikTok, how toxic is it there? And I'm talking just like confrontation, stupid bullshit. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say it's currently sitting at with TikTok. Because I think you're going to be the only ambassador here that has one. Rep for TikTok. Give me some good news. Spread the good word about the TikToks. You hear about a lot of toxic stuff, but you never personally seen anything really bad. Okay. Because I can tell you this. I sift through, like, the latest bites over on Byte, and it's just a lot of vapidness. I'm not going to say any particular names or any particular people just because I don't have a personal beef with them. I have no reason to have a personal beef with them. But it's kind of obnoxious when you're sifting through, trying to find something either funny or creative or something trippy. That was always stuff that I really liked to see on Vine. And then you end up tripping into essentially like mean girl squabbles. You know what I mean? Like that shit where both sides of like a mean girl debate are just like, oh yeah, hey, you act like your shit don't stink. Well, it does, sister. And it's just like, oh, well, fuck you. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. How many followers do you have? Oh, yeah. Come back and talk to me when you're a little bit, higher on the poll. And you're just sitting there as like, what were you guys fighting about? Like, after a while of seeing this, these squabbles continue to go on, you're just kind of wondering, like, how did this start? Why are you guys still trying to fight? Because I feel like it's gone well past the point of when it was originally happening in the first place. Like, what the fuck's going on? And the funny thing is that they act like they're such hot shit and all that jazz. But I literally don't know them at all, aside from this stupid little squabble that they always have. And it's this weird sort of, like, I don't know. It's an internal fight between the fan base of, like, one group and then a fan base of another group. And I'm sitting there holding my head going like, what is even supposed to be happening? It's like, why do we need to have this much toxicity? Yeah, I'm going to answer that for you. We don't. Nobody needs to be upset. Nobody needs to hate each other. Why can't we just have people, be on the platform and have fun? Wasn't that kind of the entire point? Digital Fox says, in the words of Alistair, do I have a good filter for that? Probably not.
Yep. Oh, close enough. Why does everyone do anything? Sheer absolute boredom.
Fair. You got a point. I feel like this is just a couple of people that are just way too ridiculously bored. It's just kind of one of those, for a fact that if there were actually some kind of a get-together between everybody here, that they wouldn't actually have the balls to, put up their dukes and attempt to try and fight each other like IRL. Like, they never would do that. Especially considering the fact that a whole lot of these duels have to do with taking pictures and video of, like, Nicki Minaj and photoshopping it, or, like, just showing video of Nicki Minaj laughing with the text of the response of whatever the hell it is that they're currently talking about. It's just like, come on, man. You don't even have the balls to put yourself on camera. Or, like, use your own voice. Like, you're not required to do that, but it's just kind of one of those, do you have any kind of personality? I feel like you don't. Fighting like that online is just a complete waste of oxygen, in my opinion. It's like, you could be doing so many other things with your time and with your patience. Like, you could be attempting to try and build your brand. You could be trying to do something fun with a set of community. You could be attempting to get some kind of a charity together to, donate to a specific cause that you're really passionate about. You could be doing yucks and, and happies and all that. Oh, look, your skyscraper scraped off a bit of the sky. I know, right? Molotov says, in those kinds of toxic communities, that kind of drama gets you a lot of clout, I guess. Yeah, but again, like me personally, I just do not see why it would. And it frustrates the ever-loving hell out of me that that kind of clout can be built from that kind of an attitude. At the end of the day, like, people can run their social medias, they can run their online personalities in whatever way that they want. But me personally, I look at this kind of thing and I'm like, what? There is nothing constructive about this. And it just makes me sad to see it. Like, so much wasted potential that is just being used up on being petty and being upset with somebody. Digital Fox says, to be fair, a good 25% of YouTube is just drama artists yelling at one another. You have got a good point. God damn it. Well, that exact same thing sticks here. If anybody has got some kind of a drama thing going on their YouTube channel, you could be spending your time doing a lot of other things and not wasting your time on petty, unnecessary drama. Because let's be entirely honest about this. At the end of the day, it's not going to matter. It's really genuinely not. A lot of people like to attribute that somehow, oh, yeah, it's definitely going to matter. Or, oh, this is the most interesting, you know, it's like, oh, the biggest fights of 2012 or whatever. It does not really matter. How many people are really going to, like, do you think sometime in the future there's just going to be a set of, like, you know, two old grandmas just being like, ah, yes, I remember the fight between Esmeralda and, you know, Swag Bitch 97. Oh. No, nobody's going to give a shit in the end. Yeah. Oh, you're sitting, like, right in a really obnoxious spot here. This Swag Bitch 90, that definitely sounds like some shit, like some ridiculous username. Actually, it sounds a little bit more like a user tag from, or a gamer tag from Xbox Live. Oh, of course, you can't have any swearing in your name, so it'd have to be spelled interesting or using special characters. Or you'd have to, like, say, biatch. Okie dokie. A little bit closer. Oh, once again. I've thrown a heck of a lot of shade here. But, you know, I don't want to make you think that I'm just, you know, being harsh just for the sake of being harsh. I'm being harsh because I see a heck of a lot of potential in stuff like this. Like, if you can rally a bunch of people together, like, that's a skill. Like, that's actually a really impressive thing that you can do to, like, you know, get people together. And what you could potentially do with the amount of people that are coming together is something pretty amazing. And it's just a shame to see all of that go towards something that's that toxic and that unnecessary in the long run. Okay. There we go. Everybody has got symmetrical, matching apartments in the skyscraper. Nobody is different. It's all the same. All right. So let's just see who the heck's going to be showing up next. Digital Fox says, creating drama is like having the ability to sing opera and using it entirely for just breaking other people's windows. Yeah, exactly! Like, you got the voice, you got, like, charisma. Why don't you use it and do something constructive? Ah, Merp's Twitch has finally decided to stop lagging. Nice. I feel like you should probably check your Wi-Fi if it's lagging like that. But anyways, so we got all that started. We got all that done. Can I? Oh, I don't think I can turn this wood wall back into wood. Shit. Okay, so now that I've actually got some apartments to teleport back to, let's go ahead and just explore. Because we started going out this direction. All you need now is a bellhop hat, and you'll be all set. I think there's a fez in this game. Would that work? I'm pretty sure that's literally the closest thing to a bellhop hat. Okay. So I stopped right here because there's kind of an obnoxious lake. But I can cross it. Sure, question mark. The guy has arrived! Okay. Mystery solved. Did I say Fizz? Fez. Mystery Shack intensifies. Fez. Oh, it looks like the corruption is the thing for this world. Okay. Probably a very dumb decision to be going into the corruption now that I think about it. Whoopsies. You know what? I was going to do that anyway. Merpderp says, my Wi-Fi seemed fine. It was only lagging for the stream. Tuned into another person's stream and it worked fine. Oh boy, oh boy. If I manage to get my hands on a second computer rig, that's what I'm kind of... I'm gunning for that. I really hope that someday I can get 2 computer rigs running. And if I can... Oh, the merchant is here. Nice. If I can do that, then I am planning on upping the bitrate for the stream so that it's a lot higher. That way, you guys will have a much stabler connection to me. And also, I'm going to fix it so that there's a little less lag. But that's going to take some time. Unfortunately, I am not Mr. Moneybags, and... I got to figure out some possible way to manage to pull together enough money. But that's kind of difficult nowadays, considering the fact that everybody's kind of pocketing their change and... Oh, trying to take care of themselves. Oh, hello. Not as powerful as the sword I currently have on me. Maple Leaf's heading off. Gonna be back in about 20 to 30 minutes. Alright then. Now again, for some reason, gnomes have become a regular thing in Terraria. Wait. Didn't the merchant already... Wait. Okay, I'm confused. I thought I saw that the merchant arrived here already. Oh, wait, no, that was the traveling merchant. Okay, never mind. Hey, look, the fez! Fuck! I don't have the money! God damn it! Oh, can I sell some stuff real quick? Here, dude. Okay, alright. Sell. Don't need that. Why? Point? Wait, what the fuck is this? Moonlord's legs! Why do I have this? How? What's it do? It's equipped. What? Huh? Why do I have that? Why the fuck do I have... okay. You know what? Let's just go with it. Tentacle boy. Menacing step stool. Ah, yes. Assert your intimidation by being slightly taller. This game's confusing me. Something is glitched. Okay, what can I sell to possibly make some more money? These have no value, apparently. All right, we'll take them anyway. I could probably make up these. I really badly want to get to the... I probably will not ever use these. I'm lazy. I don't like to just randomly craft trees. Oh, do I have anything more expensive sitting in here that makes sense to sell? You know what? Screw it. Okay. $3 gold. Oh, 50 silver. Damn it. Oh, apparently I have some money in my savings. But I need access to that. And I don't have access to that. Here. I will put you in charge of the money. Damn it! Didn't mean to do the thing. I'm just gonna eat this. Screw that. Howdy, sir. I must buy. Thank you. We good. We solid. I have noodly legs, and I'm going off on a grand adventure. As the Fez Man. And thus, Bit began his quest to scam as many people in Gravity Falls as possible. Oh, damn it. Gravity Falls reference. I need to watch the show. Nova will obliterate me into the ground if I don't. Ooh. Deep underground. Also, I can jump a little bit higher with this thing. This is nice. How did I get Moonlord legs? What chests did I grab that had Moonlord legs in them? Ooh, also, that's a crystal tree. What's this? Oh, apparently nothing. It's just a big old ball of fluff. Got it. Uh-oh. Shoot. Waterlogged roots. What's weird is that I can hear the Terraria music happening here. Like, I can hear the beats, but it's just like it has a very slight tinge of actual like organic instruments to it, and it confuses my brain. Are you permitted to constantly make bad jokes about my current situation, or is it grating? I'm fine. For the most part. I have no idea what jokes you're talking about. I'm trying to think if that was a pun, but I don't remember there being anything great, anything great related happening here. What is with the trees? What the fuck? God damn. Is that normal? Again, I have to keep asking the question. Why are there so many trees on this thing? I don't even... The ones you've made thus far? No, it's not a pun. Oh, okay. Nah, you haven't said anything ridiculously bad. I've had some people send some pretty tasteless jokes in the chat. If I don't acknowledge it, there's a high probability that either, one, I was way too distracted and dumbfounded, or just, I don't know, something like that. Or if the chat was slow and I didn't acknowledge it, I probably didn't want to put it on the stream. I have the ability to hold off from reading a thing. Not gonna lie, this jump is actually kind of discombobulating me a bit. How many more trees are we going to run into here? What the fuck? Also, can of worms. Like, I appreciate all of the roots that I'm currently finding, but at the same time, this is starting to get silly. Is this a normal... Okay, you guys have been playing the Terraria update longer than I have. Is this normal? I feel like it's not. Because I remember the original Terraria, you were lucky if you managed to find one of these sort of passages. I found like 5 in tandem. Oh god. Oh yeah. What are you? Hold the phone. Where's my rope? There's my rope. I feel like I'm gonna get all... Godly umbrella. That's useful. To be fair, your icon to the left is you with a tree, so you kind of asked for it. Icon to my left. Oh, right, you mean. Oh. Well, then, that's just a regular Terraria tree. I wasn't expecting the gigantic living ones. Damn it. Okay, so I have some really good jumping, but one thing I don't have at this moment is good forward momentum. And that's kind of breaking me. Oh my god, is this it? Is this the end? Have I reached the end of the... Oh my... Wait, no, nope, never mind. Hold on a moment. Hold up. What is this? I can't believe how many trees there are here. Merp knew. Are you... Oh, god damn it. No! I thought we were done! Apparently not. What? No, no, there's another tree! Why did... God damn it! Aladon has escaped. Good. Left this mortal coil. Oh god, please tell me this is just like an... Oh no, I see more! What the fuck is going on here? Am I dumb? Again, am I losing my mind? Ooh, what's this music? No, I like that. I liked that music before. Oh, apparently the demolitionist has arrived. Okay. I feel like I need to go up to the surface. I need to see, like, how many of these trees there actually are. Guys, good thing I sold all of the, Ooh. Hey, thank you very much for the 5 bits, Merpderp. Pun time is fun time. Can't jump up there just yet. Okay. Okay, so yes. There are tons of trees sitting up here. True, but it's only a bit of fun for everyone else. Bit of fun. Waka waka. We gotta leave or the gnomes will get us. Again, I'm curious if those guys ever drop anything rare. Not gonna lie, I really like the Moonlord legs. Though I feel like I probably shouldn't have gotten Moon Lord items at this point in the game. Again, maybe I'm crazy. A little bit more of a drink. Again, how far down the tree rabbit hole are we going to go? Like, I'm getting sick of checking out the trees. At this point, I kind of just want to move forward and see what else lies, you know, ahead, up front. Bad news is that I actually don't have a really good weapon at this moment. Is that another tree I see? Yes, indeed it is! Oh, so wait. Okay, we're coming up to a desert, so it has to end. Yay! By default, tree time needs to end! But how's the desert screwed? Clearly the desert needs to be ruined somehow. Not seeing anything yet. That was a short-ass desert, that's for sure. Or wait. We're still in the desert, technically. Okay, we're fine. Again, I forget exactly what these specific things are in this world. I just know that some more weird, crazy stuff happens. Oh, fuck! What? Oh. Alright. So it ain't just the Crimson, it's also the Corruption. So the Crimson and the Corruption will duke it out on this world? There isn't anything there. So I guess you could say it's deserted. Again, I really need a good sound effect for that. Deserted. What the heck's going on here? Clearly, we're almost at the corruption area, so not sure what the wise decision is at this point. Badum-teesh. Exactly. And yet, for some reason, I still have not gotten around to doing that. Doesn't take that much work. Okay, here we are. We are at the corruption. Can I survive nighttime and corruption? Probably not. Though I do have higher jumps, so maybe if I book it real quick. Whoop! Got it. Doing good. Doing good. Haven't fallen down a chasm yet. Uh-oh. Well. this isn't the best case scenario. I could think of worse. But not much worse. Okay, I do have a potion on me. Yep, got it. The world's most unfair staring contest. Oh, fuck me! Okay, the world's biggest pit. That's fine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Damn it! Okay, well, me going out into the middle of the corruption at night probably wasn't the smartest decision. Alright. So, I've found a bunch of interesting items on my journey. Local man dies due to isolation. Damn it. Okay, what do I want to do from here? Got some stuff. I don't know. I don't really feel like doing all of the sorting at the moment, so I think I'm just gonna throw things into here and call it a day. When did I get shadewood? What even is shadewood? Brain no function. You went through a desert. I had to. I did get an aglet. I'm just going to slap that onto myself. This is a melee weapon, really. How slow is it? Not bad, but it's kind of like a pushing melee weapon. That was wonderful. I'll just stack all the stuff that I don't really need right now. Because what I think I need to do is head down into some caves. Okay. And it'll be daytime soon, so I'm just going to start going that direction. I have to imagine that this is a new biome. There's no way that somehow this was... This game isn't trolling me. I feel like this is a brand new thing that they probably added that I just don't know about. I must be an idiot. I think we can safely make that assumption. We got more Moonlord legs. Why are Moonlord legs showing up inside these trees? Alright, do I attempt to try and push through the corruption a second time, or do I just attempt to go down? I think we have learned I do not yet have the tools necessary to really defeat the Crimson, or the corruption properly. Apparently some weird stuff goes down on the underside of this here world. If I want, I could dig through the ground to avoid the eyes. Suppose I could. See what's down here. Okay. My best bet is if I could find some really interesting stuff on the underside of this world. But, and also, I'm very curious to see, like, what else is screwed? What else is weird in this place? What's a corrupt torch? I've never seen corrupt torches before. Are they just purple torches? Ooh, hello. Lucky day for me. Oh, sweet. I'm grabbing that. We got some tungsten. Nice. From what I have heard, there is actually pretty much every kind of ore sitting in this world. Which is hysterical. Basically, this is the seed of screw it. Just mix it all together. What the hell could happen? I don't know why, but for some reason, this music is reminding me of Assassin's Creed 2's music, and it's not, like, exactly that. There's something about the gentle nature of it. Although there's, like, you know, some electronic synth sort of stuff going in the background. I can definitely say, out of all of the Terraria playthroughs that I have done, those legs make it the most goofy. Oh, hey, look, I see a trap. Means I'm probably getting close to some interesting stuff. Oh god, we were playing Terraria the other day. My buddy Ben, we were playing along with him. And apparently Ben did not know that a lot of stuff underground could end up getting booby-trapped. And he found a heart underground. And he's just like, oh, hey, I found some crystal hearts! And then he grabbed it. And I guess he hit a button at some point, because then he got run over by 2 boulders. Oh, boy. The level of pissed he was immeasurable. It's like, I didn't know that was a thing that could happen! And to be fair, he's been out of the Terraria scene for a while, so he just jumped back in. Excuse me, Jesus. The last world that Digital Fox saw, the running joke was that for some reason absolutely everyone kept dying to boulders and cactus balls. Frickin' boulders and cactus balls. The trolling. Alright, well, this is the first life crystal I have managed to find. Holy crap. It's funny, because, like, again, the stream before, I just had the worst luck ever. And I ended up really finding anything. Fuck! Oh! Okay. Luck was with me there. Holy shit. That could have been 12 different variations of bad. This is one of those games that actually, you know that that sense of vertigo that you feel, where just like your stomach drops out as you fall from like a high distance. I get that whenever I play this game. So I'm just like, ah. If you thought dying from lava was dangerous, nah, you Minecraft kids, you don't know. Ooh, hello! Look what we found down here. Caitlin the nurse has arrived. Apparently, I've just gotten my ass handed to me too much. Hello, dead guy. Ooh, hey, yeah, we got a couple of chests. Nice. Same items. Shoot. Merp Derp says, whenever I play a game and I'm about to die, first thing that pops into my head is Snatcher saying he loves the smell of death in the morning.
I suffer!
Pink says, you have octopus legs? Yeah, doesn't everybody? Let's see. Woo! The Hermes boots! Very nice. Oh, whoops. Wait, did I grab another I swear, how many pairs of Moonlord legs do I currently have sitting in my inventories? Jesus. I feel, is that a running gag for this, this drunk seed? Just the ability to find the Moonlord's legs constantly? Also, looks like we are on Easy Street. Look what I have discovered. To the mines! Whoa, hello. Platinum, nice. I'm gonna need that. And we're currently in the Minecraft section of this game's gameplay. Finding raw ores is important. And finding diamond is close to nothing, like, is close to useless. The back-ass nature of that is confusing. And oddly enough, gold now actually has a purpose. Digital Fox's favorite mods, or at least one of them, ever got to be... Okay. Part of was where people were remaking the announcer's voice. You were GLaDOS, you had all these wonderfully passive-aggressive quotes. Oh, that's amazing. It makes shoes for orphans. Nice job breaking it, hero. Howdy, Mapley. Welcome back. Ooh. More stuff. Just wish you could do the Ghost Noodle's voice properly. Ghost Noodle definitely is a fun character, that's for sure. Just got back from a nice hot shower. Now you feel cleansed. Good. I found that whenever I take a hot shower, I tend to feel a heck of a lot more just relaxed and awake and in general happier. Much more refreshed. Oh, I finally found one of these. Nice. That's going to help me out quite a bit. And for those of you who don't know what that is, the magic mirror allows me to teleport back home. Also, we found him, guys! Nature lurks around every corner. I'm trying to remember the last Where's Waldo thing I ever did. I think it was that Google April Fool's Day thing they did, where they did, like, you know, Where's Waldo in Google Maps. To this day, I still have no freaking idea why the heck they decided to do that. If we put the Ghost Noodle in Smash, he'd be too OP. He could literally insta-kill players in the game. Taking the soul of Mario and then just eating it. Mapley posted another thing. Ha! That reminds me of those memes, just like, you can't hear an image. And then it's just like a picture of a doorstop, and everyone's like, ah, yes. So I can collect both gold and platinum. My confusion. Which one do I want to go for, then? Imagine the Ghost Noodle being in a map, like the arena is the subcontinent Snatcher pops up occasionally to blast different arenas. Ooh, that'd be kind of neat. That being said, that would require having the Hats Kid make it into Smash, and... oh, man. We are praying for a distant miracle with that one. I cannot imagine it, honestly. Like, I feel like Shantae, of all characters, would probably get into Smash before then. Alright, well, that's the end of the road for this thing. Oh, shoot. I accidentally pressed the censor button. Beep, beep. The game does make a lot of Nintendo references. I mean, true, but that's just sort of like sucking it up. You know, sucking up to big boy Nintendo. It's like, oh, yes, we love you, Nintendo-senpai. Please love us. Please give us a role in video game history. Fox is saying, you know what we should have just in general? No, Fox, what? I'm waiting. You know what we should have just in general? An answer to the question. Life crystal. Nice. Oh, man. It's been a while since I played this game without expert mode. It feels a little odd. You know what I mean? It's like, I've been knee-deep in hell in adventure mode, you know, for expert mode for the longest time. And it feels like I'm just coming back to reality playing this. Damn it. A sandbox where you can program a boss fight in the style of 2D, like JSAB and Undertale or otherwise. Project A was a great success in that area. but it was also really, really hard to create with. Just Shapes and Beats and Undertale. Now I forget, what was Project A again? Ah, damn it, I ran out of room. Okay, back up. Mapley says, you know what I actually could try to do? You could download Terraria on your other drive since you have more space there. But at the same time, you're not sure. If you're not sure, then don't worry too much. Don't feel pressured to do anything. I do still think that, like, I don't know what your dad is currently doing or what they're busy with. But mounting a hard drive is not, like, it's not rocket science. Okay, now I think I noticed something up here. Give me a moment. Yeah, I see something in there. What is this? Wait a minute, what are you? You're not a dungeon, you're just a thing. Made to mirror the Undertale combat engine so players could code their own boss fights in. That's where all those Chara fights and otherwise came from. Oh, I get you. Up and sort of died, and while it was easy to play fights, it was really, really heckin' hard to make them. Kind of sucks. Now, once again, what is this? It's a random statue. What are you? It's a firefly statue? Why are you here? Why are you just tucked in the middle of this freaking wall here? You know, funny enough, I'm playing this and it feels like regular old Terraria. It feels like the seed is a bit confused. But I have not yet run into anything that, like, obviously makes... Aside from the stuff that we saw a little bit earlier, it just feels like regular old Terraria. I was expecting we were going to get some really strange things to happen. As of late, it's just kind of... okay. This strange atrocity happened. That's about the gist of it. It's like, all the trees are upside down. Ooh. Of course, I haven't seen the entirety of the changelog of what happens in this seed, so... Uh-oh. Ooh. So maybe I need to shut my own dang mouth. Oh, get back here. Don't be a coward. Come on, yo. Where are you? Oh, what the? Oddly step. Oh, Jesus. That dog has seen some shit. That one Weeble song just popped into my head for some reason. I've seen things, I've seen them with my eyes. I've seen things, they're often in disguise. For some reason, like, Weeble songs have popped into my head a lot as of late. Do not know why. Is it some kind of strange nostalgia? Or something more? I'm not sure. And if you've never seen any of Weeble's content, you're wrong. You have definitely seen it. If you know what the Badger song is, old frickin' meme. I actually followed a heck of a lot of what Weeble did for the longest time. And I don't know, I kind of like fell out of watching his stuff. Fox says, I will claim that I have not because I live entirely under a rock. Again, you've probably seen at least one of the cartoons that he's done. Again, the Badger song. Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. That's the big one. And then he just had a whole bunch of other random stuff. I followed this stuff for a really long time, but I don't know. I haven't really taken a look at a lot of the new stuff he's done as of late. In fact, I'm not really sure what he's doing at the moment. Though I've always said that he was always just very weird. He was he's one of those things where he would be really, really good to make children's television if he wasn't so batshit insane. And to be fair, I think that's one of the things that he's kind of attempting to try and do. Like, he's made a whole bunch of more kid-friendly renditions of the old songs that he's made, or like kid-friendly animations and whatnot. But he always had just a very, very strange, lopsided, like, version of humor that I just, like, I was always very confused by. But very intrigued. And very entertained. Alright. Again, I guess this music is nice, but I've been hearing a lot of it. I want to hear Change Up. Balls. What? If I have a music box, I could let people in the chat choose different songs. That is true. And don't think I haven't thought about that. My main problem is that, see, I don't know, is there any kind of settings you can make on a music box that picks, like, non-YouTube content ID type of content? Because that's the one thing that I'm really not a fan of opening up to, like, up my doors for, you know what I mean? Because I would like to upload this to YouTube later on. And if it just has a mess of YouTube content ID related stuff, then nope. That's a big fat nope for me, Charlie. Oh, geez. Stop. You mean copyright stuff that gets you struck? Actually, no, it's not struck per se, though that could potentially happen if somebody has enough of a vendetta for you. Just like, don't you use our content. So that can happen. I'm more referring to the fact that, you know, YouTube's got that automated system where if they can detect that you are using some kind of content. Wow, what the hell was in the water? Was it just piranhas? Fuck. No, whatever. My inventory was full anyway. Anyway, content ID is basically a copyright holder will take a piece of media that they claim they own, and they will upload it to YouTube's content ID system. And then YouTube will put that into their scanning system. And if their scans detect that a video that you have uploaded to YouTube has any of that copyrighted content within your video, YouTube will make a decision about that video based on whatever the copyright holder decided they want it to, what they want to have happen. So, for example, let's say a copyright holder said, all right, I just don't want them to be monetizing their content. That's it. Then, in that case, your video would no longer be able to be monetized. Which, to me, that doesn't really matter all that much because I don't actually monetize my videos at all. And I have no intention to because YouTube is a little bit of a dumpster fire when it comes to content ID and money and all that jazz. You know, like, I don't give two shits about making money on my YouTube channel or my stream, for that matter, either. Like, if it happens, I appreciate that a lot. But that's not my main goal. But the thing that I actually really do not like, though, is there is a chance that a copyright holder will say, oh, well, not only do we want them to not be monetizing our content, but we want to actually monetize the video ourselves, and we want to be making the money off of that, whatever advertisements show up on that channel. So, copyright holder could just say, yeah, we're going to stake claim on the entirety of your video. No matter, like, what is actually in the video. It could just be, 1% of, 1% of your video could be a little bit of our copyrighted content. Like 10 seconds of our song, doesn't matter. We're just going to claim that this entire video is ours, and we're going to monetize it. And so, then the video is monetized, and ads now run on that video. And personally, I'm not a big fan of just slapping ads in front of my videos in general, much less ads that are going towards somebody else's wallet. And to be fair, I don't have a whole lot of views on my channel, so it's not like they would make a whole lot of money anyways. But if anything, that just pisses me off a little bit more, because like at that point, it's almost kind of insulting. It's kind of like, wow, how frugal do you need to be making literal sense off of my content? Digital Fox says, so essentially, you want to make sure that you don't end up with viewers playing anything that could cause that, especially with how scummy copyright can be and usually is. Bingo, yeah. That opens up a possibility of having to deal with that headache, and I don't really feel like doing that. It's a very roundabout way of saying just like, no. That's a legal battle that I do not want to start with. On top of that, the more copyright you end up putting in your videos, the more likelihood that someone down the pipeline might decide to change their minds and say, you know what? We don't like this whole internet sharing thing anymore. Let's upload our current copywritten stuff up to the YouTube, and we're just going to demonetize anything that's already in the system. And then bada boom, bada bing, anything that you made in the past is now underneath Content ID. Mapley says, I'm going to head off for now. Man, get some good sleep. I hope you do. Sleep is good. Sleep is healthy. Sleep is delicious. But thanks for coming out to the stream. I appreciate it. I was thinking about it the other day. I got a lot of tiny little things that I do on my channels just for the sake of, I don't know. There are a lot of, like, balances and whatnot that you don't really think about. And a lot of decisions that I've made that are actually very... I do a lot of pausing when I'm thinking, and I get really upset when I rewatch some of these VODs, because sometimes I have to. And I'll just be making all these pauses. It's just like, dude, come on. English, it's not that hard. You know what you're trying to say. Just spit it out. I almost want to say that I want to sort out a potion chest. Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to keep this save, honestly. I might. It depends. Anyway. I'm trying to think of some fun facts behind the scenes about some stuff that I currently have set up. Or like something that you probably would not know about that I have set up in preparation for a potential issue. Because I know I have some. It's just I don't really think about them until, you know, Armageddon and horrible things actually do happen. To be fair, I could definitely be a lot more careful, that's for sure. I got a lot of things that I could be doing to make things a little bit safer on my end. Case in point, I had deleted a whole bunch of VODs out of completely nowhere, because I was tired as balls. Anyway, Fox says, either way, I do see the problem, and that does make sense. I would say create a copyright folder since that definitely exists. But the issue about stuff getting added and claimed even though they're not copywritten at the time isn't something I think there's a solution to. Yeah, no. The only thing that I can really do is be mindful about it and clearly show that I am not attempting to try and infringe on anybody's copyright. That is not my plan. That is not what I'm trying to do. And I think the more receptive you are about that kind of thing, the more that I feel that YouTube will be willing to work with you and believe you in situations where maybe it's a little bit iffy. I'm all for playing the game. I'm willing to play ball. I do have my frustrating moments where I do decide, like, you know, to be an asshole just for the sake of it, just for the sake of copyright being kind of annoying. But I am willing to play the game. Fox says, true, but that also means you can't do something as simple as having music play in the background of my streams. I can. There is a little bit of music that I do allow to play in the background when I stream sometimes. For example, like the stuff within the introductions and things. And I choose introductory music for either A, the main game that I know that I'm playing that day, that, you know, if there's going to be any copyright issues at all, it's only going to be from one person. Or it's from a source that I already know tends to be extremely relaxed about copyright, and that very, very likely they will not try to push any kind of charges on somebody. Indie games is actually a pretty good place for that. Most indie game developers, they're just perfectly fine with having their name be out there. Less with, oh, my intellectual property is being compromised. It's like, no, it's not. I love your intellectual property. And I love what you do. I want to show that. Nintendo. Sorry, I'm still ever so slightly butthurt about how long it took before we finally had the ability to stream their games without having Content ID go, hey, this is a Nintendo game. Everything you make is now monetized by Nintendo. Woo! So, I'm trying to recall, like, is there anything else? I want to find some more, like, weird stuff. Like, it's been pretty tame. This has just been a Terraria stream. We had a couple of weird things. Again, the party girl showed up. Copyright can suck sometimes. Yeah. I do think that in the internet age has really changed some things. I don't claim to know anything, like, in depth about copyright, but I do feel like a lot of things should probably be shifted and changed since, some stuff involved with copyright has become very outdated. Pink White says, do you remember those SSB memes of when the characters get hit by the light? Oh, I remember those. Those were fun. You know, the good news is that memes, they tend to be pretty freaking short. Like somewhere between 5 to like maybe 15 seconds long. Or at least a whole lot of them. So actually, meme channels are on the rise because, I mean, that's literally all that you can do with copyrighted material at this point. Digital says, personally, I don't understand why a corporate entity puts their music up on YouTube for free. Why you can get struck for having said music playing. I mean, unless it's an attempted re-upload. It's supposed to fall over free use, but YouTube... no, see, here's the thing. Actually, if somebody re-uploads that music, in all likelihood, that corporate entity is probably uploading it to YouTube and also monetizing it. And that's probably the reason why they're totally cool with having it up on YouTube. That being said, if somebody decides to re-upload it underneath their own channels, and if that channel is monetizing that video, then yes, that's absolutely not okay. Because at that point, yes, you are just freebooting music, and like, you know, that is not okay. It's another thing when a piece of music is used in a creative or transformative fashion, which sadly, computers do not have a good handle on discerning whether or not a piece of music is being used fairly or not. And sadly, I don't think we're ever going to see a piece of technology come out that will be able to fairly judge that. Because that's a very human thing. You laughed so hard when Peridot from Steven's Universe got hit by the light. I don't think I remember seeing that particular meme, but I can definitely see it happen. Claws! Pfft. I have not watched Steven's Universe. I know that my brother has, and he enjoys it. And I probably should. Oh god. Yeah, by all means, share that. Because it sounds silly. Holy... That was like a very small smidgen of jungle. Oh dear, oh dear. I have no potions to help me. Nothing to save the bit. Oh dear Lord. Dear God. Lord. Help! Run for thine life! Damn it! Fuck! What just hit me? Did I hit some vines and die that way? Son of a bitch. Fox says the purpose of free use laws was to make sure people can't just steal your stuff while making sure it can still be included as long as it's not the main event or unaltered. But as I said, YouTube just completely ignores that. YouTube, in their current situation, they would much rather err on the side of caution. You know, because if they have to... I mean, consider this. YouTube has got so much content being uploaded to their servers all the freaking time that there's close to no way that I feel that they could accurately and fairly judge all of it. So sadly, a lot of the systems have to be automated. And I understand that. I definitely don't think it's fair. I definitely think it's bullshit. But I can sympathize. And I cannot imagine... I cannot even imagine running something that gigantic and attempting to try and balance it entirely. It's kind of like when I originally saw the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate roster and the fact that everyone was coming back. And the first thing that I thought was, oh my god, how are you going to balance that and make it fair? Holy shit. But to be fair, that's at least controllable. You know, let's say, what is it? Almost 80 freaking people are currently playable in Super Smash Bros. At this point. And that's ridiculous. That's an obnoxious amount of players. But you know what? It's at least a comparable amount. Now factor in the fact that YouTube is attempting to try and manage and moderate the entirety of the world logging into their servers. And it becomes a problem. Pink has posted the link to that Peridot thing. Ah, yeah, it's only 5 seconds. Freaking great. Once again, I have not seen Steven Universe, but I feel like if I did watch it, I'd probably like it. Digital Fox says, I mean, machine learning works great when you're dealing with colors or stuff, not full-length videos. Again, the issue is that videos tend to they tend to land on an artistic spectrum more. And it's a very human thing, like, you know, the creation of videos. And that isn't something that a computer can actively look at and go, okay, morally, what is the proper call for this? You know, a computer can't look at this and go, hold on a second. This is an entire 15-minute segment of The Lion King. Wow, screw this. Completely unedited and unaltered. And that computer can't also go, is this just The Lion King, except it has a tiny watermark on it? Yeah, nope, not okay with that. But what a computer can do is, oh, I have detected that this is a snippet of The Lion King. And based on the fact that it runs for this much period of time, I will automatically flag. Yeah, that's all it can do. Maybe one day we will actually have some kind of an AI that's smart enough to do that. God bless its soul, though, because I feel like it's going to be overworked to hell. That just reminds me, like, again, I've been playing Halo 2 a little bit, both the campaign and some multiplayer stuff. And I'm just reminded of the lore involved with artificial intelligences within the Halo universe. With artificial intelligences, this is going to get, like, way in depth, so I apologize. And I don't know how many people are interested in Halo lore. But with the artificial intelligences in Halo 2, there is a specific time when artificial intelligences needed to be decommissioned. Like, after a certain period of time, like, you cannot continue to use them. Because if you continue to use them, they are going to become unstable, and they are no longer going to be reliable and functional. And you are risking the potential to having a rampant AI going nuts within your computer centers. Merpdrip says the main goal of the AI at YouTube is to yeet and delete. Simplistic, but yes. Actually, not really delete. That only happens under specific circumstances. But anyway, but that is kind of an interesting plot point with the AI known as Cortana. You know, the one that helps out the Master Chief a whole bunch. That is an AI that has actually gone well beyond the amount of time that it takes, like, for, you know, how much an AI should be allowed to continue to run. And the reason being is that an AI has the ability to computate so fast, so far, and so in depth that it's kind of like having a human live for that long. And after a while of a human existing, they would probably go a little insane as well. And I seem to recall that there is a point in, I believe, either Halo 4 or Halo 5, where the goal was to attempt to try and fix Cortana, because Cortana was essentially rampant central. Complete lunacy. Digital says, that's mostly because AI in fantasy is usually overdone to make it more interesting. Isn't creating something with the full abilities of a human and putting it in a computer sorta really rude? So now we're getting into the ethics involved with, you know, computations and whatnot. And, you know, whether or not an AI is alive or sentient. And being able, you know, to think and feel. And boy, oh boy, when we get to that point, I feel like the human race is going to royally mess that up. We are not a stable enough people to be able to make that kind of a decision, I feel. As much as I would really like to think that everything would work out. Hopefully by that point, the AI hasn't gotten, like, smart enough and entrenched enough in a network that it can just, you know, to say, this is a fun little network you got. I'm going to explore. Again, you can pray. It's an interesting think piece, though, of a what-if scenario. What if an AI decided, you know what, nuts with the human race? Actually, I think I was talking to my mom not too long ago about this. Because we were talking about AI, and the issue is that, like, AI, artificial intelligence, the AI that we have nowadays, you know, the whole Siri, smart home Google things, that is nowhere near the kind of power that, like, sci-fi AI has. But unfortunately for anybody who's just, you know, a normal looker, like a normal onlooker that's looking into the situation being like, oh, well, I mean, that's AI, right? So it's a smart thing. It's like, not really. If you really think about it, AI in the current state is completely stupid. It can only do certain parameters that we have told it to do. A real true artificial intelligence would be able to stop and go, wait, why do? Why make? Digital Fox says, we'll see, at the very least. We can wall its kernel to stop things like Terminator from happening. Sorry for the tech stuff talk. I know way too much about most of this stuff. Oh, no, that's totally fine. I'm a tech nerd. Stupid. Like, I mean, I'm not to a point where I feel like I would be extremely versed in, it's like, it's a Unix system, you know. But at the very least, I do, I know a little bit about computers and stuff. The fact that I have built my own PC down here, and the fact that I currently have a server PC sitting back there, currently running, you know, latest distro of Linux. The fact that I would be interested at all in running Linux should tell you. I at least have some kind of a knowledge or understanding of it. Or at the very least, I know how to Google things. Welcome to Tech Talk with the Bit. Today, we're going to be talking about multi-core sequencing. Oh, but man, again, like I said a little bit earlier, while we're talking about the tech talk kind of things, if I had another round of computer parts, you can bet I would definitely be gunning for trying to make another computer system, specifically one that is in charge of taking care of everything related to processing videos, and then I would just have a gaming computer. Dragon says, all the science talk makes me think of Bill Nye. I don't have any kind of a sound effect for Bill Nye. I think I used to have that in a Discord bot, but I don't have it here. Shoot. Oh, I haven't thought of Bill Nye in a really long time, though. I just remember that one clip of Bill Nye where he's sitting at his desk and he's crying. And the narrator is just like, aw, Bill, what's the matter? And he's like, everything. Everything's the matter. Because everything is matter. I'm like, oh, fuck off. Shut up, Bill. Ooh, hey, another rail. Actually, I did run into somebody's YouTube channel the other day. Now, forgive me, I forget what this guy's name is, and I don't remember what the channel was, but it was very strange, and not a whole lot of people were watching it. Like, basically, it's within the 1,000 views per video kind of thing. Except this is somebody that's been around the internet since, oh shoot, I want to say since 2012, something like that. Like even earlier on. And his entire gimmick is that he does like sciencey types of stuff, or like a sort of a show. I don't know. It's almost like some sort of an early 90s, late 80s type of show. It's like extremely colorful, extremely technicolor. And it's just got that aesthetic to it, where all the graphics just look like somebody who was really tripping out on the, the cyber sphere kind of thing going on. And his entire shtick is that he is a robot that is trying to act humanoid, but only just barely manages to pass. I don't know. It's pretty entertaining to watch him sort of move around like a robot, because he has the robot moves down pretty good. There was a second where I'm like, wait, is that seriously an animatronic? I'm like, no, it's not. It's a real person. Holy crap. Though I will say, I wasn't all that interested in his videos or anything, because it was a heck of a lot of flash, but I wasn't really entertained by him as an entertainer. And that was really unfortunate, because it's clear that he has a heck of a lot of passion in what he does. And that makes me sad, because I want to try and support something like that, because that's freaking amazing. Ooh, hello. I've seen the extremely satirical piece he did on global warming, right? Yep. Oh, I saw that. The Earth is on fucking fire! I will say there is one channel, now that I'm thinking about, like some YouTube channels that have a heck of a lot of, oh shoot. I am so bad when it comes to describing things. It sucks. Anyway, no, production value-wise, there's one particular YouTube channel. I don't know how many people have seen it. Have anybody... Actually, I want to know this. How many of you guys know a YouTuber by the name of Captain Disillusion? I want to get a good, like, a meter about it. We got a few people in here. Has anybody seen anything from the captain? Dragon says, sorry. You don't need to apologize for that. It's fine. If you haven't... We were talking about it earlier. YouTube is a sphere of a lot of people. If you haven't seen somebody, I am not surprised. Merp's never heard of him. Okay. See, should I go into this mushroom biome first? Digital says, I didn't even know he existed, but there's a lot of stuff that appears under his name. Good golly. Ah, you looked up Captain Dissolution? That's another YouTuber that's been going on for a very long time, and I feel he is extremely underrated. For anybody who does not know who that is, Captain Dissolution, his entire gimmick is, he is some sort of a space alien being, question mark? And the entire point of his channel is that he is a super smart being who is able to recognize VFX. And his entire video series is are him going into detail about debunking a whole bunch of VFX hoaxes and things like that, as well as also teaching you about the fundamentals of VFX. So essentially, just the visual effects that you see in Hollywood movies and things. And he's actually extremely entertaining. Some people have compared him to, an old Bill Nye skits. There have also been some comparisons to Beakman's World, which actually he had Beakman of Beakman's World on his show one time. And it's very entertaining to watch because he knows his shit when it comes to, just video technology and things. And he goes step by step in every single little element of it, as well as one thing that I really appreciate about his videos is that, like, again, the production value is through the roof. Like, this guy, when he makes a video, to be fair, he doesn't make a whole lot of videos. It takes forever to finally have a new Captain Dissolution video come out. But you know that when it does, there's going to be a heck of a lot of extra effects and cool things added into it. And it's always entertaining to watch something of his because at this point, I don't know if I could learn a thing or two from his videos. But if you're interested in trying to get into VFX, I would not be surprised if you went in there and you learned a couple of things. The really funny parts about his videos are whenever a Digital Fox says, found this quote right on his latest video. Being subbed to CD is a never-ending roller coaster of forgetting about his existence and getting super excited when he uploads. Exactly. He kind of just disappears and he comes back after working on another video. Quality over quantity. Exactly. But no, one of my favorite things that he tends to do on his videos is whenever he's attempting to try and debunk something, he'll go and he'll do some kind of a sketch showing that, oh, hey, I can do this effect too. Watch this. And then, yeah, no shit. He can actually do the effect, like, perfectly. Like, 1-to-1. And he's like, all right, so here's how I did it. Either that or he'll be cheeky and just been like, oh, it turns out this illusion was not an illusion. It's real. Repent. And then he goes, okay, yeah, no, it's all bullshit. I'm trying to remember some of my favorite Captain Dissolution's videos. He did an entire series on Back to the Future, which, if you don't know, Back to the Future is one of my favorite movie franchises. And he goes into detail about, like, the visual effects involved with making Back to the Future. And up to that point, I actually didn't know how interesting... Like, it was really analog, the original effects for Back to the Future. You know, nowadays we're all used to CGI and things of that nature. Yeah, not so much with Back to the Future. A lot of stuff had to be done, like, manually. And the way that they pulled it off was extremely creative camera tricks. Like, they would use models, and they would use special cameras involved with tracking small model objects, and then they would superimpose them back into the scene. But they would do so in a way that, like, they would record the original shot of what the camera saw first. They would put that into a computer. Then they would take that model, and then they would move that model in the exact same... oh, God, I'm trying to remember. Oh, the zoologist is here. Nice. It's hard to explain, but basically these cameras were able to detect where they were in, like, 3D space and then recreate it using small models. And the kind of math that would be involved to attempt to try and make a small model move the perfect angular way, I guess is a good way to put it. Or a horrible way to put it. I don't know. Captain Dissolution explains it a heck of a lot better. You should go watch his stuff. Okay, if you're really interested in VFX, that's definitely something you should check out. Maybe just, like, one of his videos. Especially the videos where he talks about debunking, you know, like, internet hoax videos. He did one video where he debunked the whole... what was it? I don't know. There was this whole hoax about this one guy that made a camera rig where it was hooked up to, like, 2 motor fans, and he could make it hover in the air just with, like, some really cheap utensils and things like that. And he debunked it by showing the exact way that they probably set up the video effects. And it was a collaborative effort with Mark Rober, who, if you've not seen his stuff, he's a well-known science channel on YouTube. So there's another guy you should probably take a look at, because he does a whole lot of fun little experiments too, and in very entertaining ways. Oh, Fox says, on the topic of YouTube creators with really distinct styles, have I heard of James Lee? That one's fairly popular. I wouldn't be surprised if you did. Okay, wait a minute. Let me look up James Lee. Just take a quick look at what he's got going on. Looks familiar. Let me, James Lee, and you said YouTube? Is this the exact same James Lee that we were referring to? Let me see here. What you got? Oh, hi. Okay, I don't want your video to be playing here. No, Chrome, I do not want you to have access to my webcam. Shush. This is curious. What does James Lee do? Whoop! Just because I don't want his audio to be playing for too much. For one, he's an animator. I noticed that. He's got a heck of a lot of animation on his channel. Let me just scroll through here. Like, I kind of wonder whether or not I've seen something of his and I just don't know. He doesn't have too many videos, but this is probably one of those guys that, like, makes a video and it's... have I seen that? No, I don't think I've seen that. Nah. Like I said, YouTube. The absolute ocean of content creators. He made Tarboy. Tarboy! That sounds extremely familiar. Or I could just be losing my freaking mind. I don't know. Void says, I can't join. What are you trying to join, Void? Are you trying to join the Terraria server? Because I'm not on the Terraria server at the moment. Also, what do you mean you can't join? What kind of error are you currently getting? I have noticed that a couple of people have tried to connect, and for some reason it just hangs at connecting. I want to see if there's something that I can do to maybe fix that. But this is single player at the moment. Not currently in the server proper. Hello, button. Ha. Oh, you're not using the same version as the... Oh, yep, you're right. Oopsies. Sorry, my bad. I haven't updated that. I apologize. I'll get on that as soon as the stream ends, or, you know, after I go and eat a meal after the stream. I forget, Terraria actually updates particularly frequently. That would explain why that server hasn't been getting a whole lot of attention. Son of a bitch. How much gold do I got sitting on... Ooh. Oh! That's a lot of gold. If I'm looking at his YouTube channel, I'll likely notice that his thumbnails are similar to those of hyper-realistic cartoons and plays with darkness filters. Play with darkness filters? Yeah, a little bit. There is sort of a dark macabre thing going on with this stuff. Again, I do appreciate those YouTubers that they very rarely seldom upload, but they do some pretty good stuff when they actually do manage to do something. I'm trying to think of another example of a YouTuber that's kind of like that. Well, of course, there's Donkey. For God's sake, who doesn't know Donkey? What the heck is that? What's the green sludge? Oh, God, I need to get a new pick. That is a necessity. I have a really bad habit. Whenever I am playing a new world, I tend to wait for a really long time to upgrade my tools just because I'm sitting there thinking, why do I need to upgrade? This pick works just fine. Long story short, Dark Macabre, most of his videos mock other YouTube tropes like apology videos or fake drama, but the way he does it is both extremely interesting and unsettling. That sounds amazing. Merp says, I think Donkey actually got an Easter egg in Sonic Mania, but in the Plus update, it got patched out. What? Oh, is that true? That makes... Oh, that's really upsetting. And what the heck would the Easter egg even be? And why would they patch it out? What would be... What's the fundamental functional reason why you would patch out... Oh, man. Sega! Ow. Okay, yeah, what the heck is with this, like, nuclear level thing going on here? Come to Donkey's Castle, or I'm gonna eat your shoes. It had something to do with a Sonic 3 video of his. The Easter egg was in Hydrocity Zone, and had something to do with the hooks you could grab. What the heck? Okay. Yeah, I have no idea. I assume this is far from confirmed. And also, if they got rid of that, would there be... I don't even know. I'm so super... Okay, I'm gonna... You know what? I'm too curious about this. Here. Sonic Mania Easter egg Donkey. Donkey mode? What is donkey mode? Wait a minute. What is this? When you find a hook in Hydrocity or Hydro City, whatever you call it, input the Sonic 3 and Knuckles level select code. You will hear a ring sound. Now just find one of those hand booster creepy things and hear Donkey in all his Sonic Mania glory. What? What? Okay, I can understand why they probably got rid of this, because they probably didn't want to pay Donkey any royalties. I gotta... Okay, come on. Give me, like, a very quick Donkey thing. Okay, hit a booster. Or whatever. What? Oh yeah, there it is. What? What the fuck? Really? No shit. Pink says, the heck is Donkey? Honestly, I feel like that's exactly what his response would be. Who the fuck is this Donkey guy? I can definitely see something like that being a problem. Okay. Shoot, well, heck, now I know. I'm a little bit sad. Who the heck, who added that? And why? And also, I guess this must mean that somebody on the development team for Sonic Mania is a fan of Donkey. Not shocked. Makes sense. It says one of every 3 game developers is a fan of Donkey. That is a true statistic. We're in the land of Mountain Dew, boys. Give me some of that cool gamer juice. Dang it, my cinnamon coke's out. Okay, Fox says, James Lee uses moments of video editing and over the frame eccentric movements to make himself look like an animation, or follow cartoon rules. He then promptly takes the hyper-realistic cartoon style and uses it to make his videos comedically dark. It's really hard to explain, but one of the best examples of a life without Facebook. Interesting. I am a fan of, filmmaker tricks and things like that. Like, for example, there are a lot of, oh, Jesus. I don't even know if I want to get into this kind of stuff, but there are some interesting little, video maker Easter eggs that I have put within my videos every so often. For example, I don't really do this series all that often anymore, and I really badly want to make a new one, but it takes so much time, work, and effort. My original series, A Bit of Bytes, and I remember 2 years ago when I made the special top 10, it was top 5 video game cover themes. There were an absolute crap load of homages to the original video series that I did, including some homages that were so subtle, you would literally need to actually have, like, a knowledge in video editing and video production in order to even be able to, like, spot them. Mostly because I am... If there's one thing that I definitely do a heck of a lot of, it's video editing. Like, that's kind of what my background is. I've been doing video editing type of stuff ever since I was 16. And so, yeah, of course, like, an Easter egg would probably be... It would lend itself a little bit more to a video editing sphere. But, for a little bit of an example, there's a point in the video where the video cuts from being 60 frames per second to 30 frames per second. And the reason is because my original A Bit of Bytes videos, I was making an homage to the original A Bit of Bytes videos, but the original A Bit of Bytes videos were only in 30 frames per second. The new series is 60. And again, you'd have to be a crazy freaking fan or like of your video production to be able to point that out and be like, hold the phone. So yeah, I halved the frame rate at that moment in time. And that's just one of the many tiny little Easter eggs that I added on top of it. As well as this just a ton of extra little homages to some stuff that I had put in previous videos. But I think that's the most technical out of all of the references that I've had. Okay, so... I'm trying to do this in such a way that doesn't horribly disfigure me by way of fall damage. I'm trying to remember, what were some other things that I had... Oh, shoot. I know that there were a lot of other tiny little homages I did, but I'm having a difficult time rolling back on them in my memory. Holy crap, this is a hell of a chasm. Someone could horribly disfigure themselves here. Also, here's another fun fact for video production nerds. Well, okay, I suppose video production nerds probably already know this, because this is a basic. But if you want to get, like, a Hollywood type of feel for a particular movie that you're doing, sometimes, like, even the tiniest little things make a huge difference in your production. One of them being frame rates. That's something that you probably would not think about. But the frame rate for an actual, like, made-for-theater video production is 24 frames per second. The average video camcorder is 30 frames per second, or 29.97 frames. And that's why, when you're looking at camcorder footage, you can pretty obviously tell, oh yeah, this is a camcorder. And when you're watching a movie, you go, oh, yeah, this looks like some kind of a movie. So even just recording your video in 24 frames per second actually does sort of trick the mind, because a lot of people are used to 24 frames per second. And in fact, another piece of here's another piece of trivia for you. There was a very well-known situation where The Hobbit was being aired in theaters, there were some specific screenings of The Hobbit that were running in double frames per second. So basically 48 frames per second instead of 24. And there were some audiences that were coming out of that movie, and they were extremely confused, and they thought that the quality of the movie was shoddy. Because they were like, oh, well, this was supposed to be 48 frames per second, and we thought it kind of looked worse. The reason people were confused is because, again, people are used to movies being 24 frames per second. And for a lot of people, the extra frames were kind of disjointing in a way. Because the entire movie, you're just watching it, and it's almost like an uncanny valley thing. You're like, what is happening? Why does this look so weird? I'm confused. My lizard brain does not understand more frames. Please help. But yeah, that's just another thing. And again, lighting can make all of the difference in a production as well. If you're even just adjusting it so that the lighting looks a little bit more professional, suddenly you got something that's a little bit more viewable. I know that one seems a little bit obvious, but honestly, it makes a world of difference, especially just the color of the lighting that you're using. Like, if you're using something that's more of a white light in an atmosphere where it should be more warmer light, that can change the tone of what you're trying to go for extremely. I don't know. Can you tell that this is one thing that I'm actually very passionate about? Which is hysterical because I'm not really interested or doing anything in filmography at the moment. In fact, I haven't done anything in filmography in such a long period of time. I guess you can tell why I like Captain Dissolution. I don't know. Am I nerding out too much? Please tell me if I'm nerding out too much when it comes to filmography. I'm just rattling my brain off and just saying random things, while also picking away at some blocks. That's one thing I like about Terraria. Terraria is just kind of a game where you can turn your brain off and just do whatever you feel is natural and comfortable to you. Once again, I'm very curious why we're currently wading into the world of Mountain Dew. Dragon says, you're just fine, I'm taking it all in. Oh, thank you. Merp says, not enough nerding out. Alright, have you guys heard of Dungeons and Dragons? Actually, I make that joke, but honestly, Dungeons and Dragons, it has really changed, it's... A lot of people's interpretations of Dungeons and Dragons have drastically changed over the years. I remember, back in the day, if you liked Dungeons and Dragons, you were a nerd! Of course, nowadays you have, straight-up bodybuilders and wrestlers playing Dungeons and Dragons. So, that doesn't hold up anymore. Fox says, probably gonna vanish soon, but... Did someone say... I don't know, what is that? Oh, what the heck did I just drink? Oh, it's a hunter potion. Whatever. I'm gonna disappoint you and say I'm not one of those people that really likes pen and paper type of games. Unfortunately. I'm not one of those folks that's just like, oh yes, I really like the role plays. I mean, I do like the roleplay elements of role-playing, but good lord, statistic monitoring and shit. I don't know. It's just kind of like, man, I didn't like school, and now you're making me do math. What did I do to deserve this? But anyway. Oh, no, it's just funny. I just thinking back on Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons, it used to be this thing that, again, if you played it, you were a nerd. And also, there was a time where if you played it, you were a Satan worshiper. That was another time. Does anybody remember those days? Also, these bats have glowing eyes. I don't remember them having such bright glowing eyes before. Yeah, Derp says, it's just like, please let me play the game, please. Exactly. Maybe I'm just extremely impatient. Oh, I suppose that's probably what the Hunter Potion does. Can you tell I've never drunk a Hunter Potion? I don't know. Apparently, me and my buddies, we are about to start up sort of a campaign similar to that. It's going to be a space-themed role-playing session, except it's going to be within some kind of a... It's some kind of a system that is more based around story building and much less about the statistics of said game. So I'm looking forward to that. Look at the green worm. He was irradiated from the previous zone. Again, I've run some things that are similar to D&D in the past, but my attention span is a little bit low, unfortunately. Unless you're talking about platformers. Platformers take my attention, like, 100%. Wholeheartedly. It's like, ooh. Explore. Find stuff. Ooh, crystal. Digital Fox says, to be fair, text-based RP kind of does the same thing, but the statistics in D&D make sure people can't cheat fights by making their characters OP. I understand why it's a thing. I get you. I mean, that's why, if you're deciding to do any kind of an RP type of thing, without the use of some kind of, you know, a D&D type of system, like, you need to have full trust in whoever the heck is currently playing. It's mostly why, whenever I play a game like that, it's got to be with close friends. Speaking of platformers, you're actually playing Mario Galaxy 2, going for the... Oh god, all the green stars. I've heard that's a heck of a challenge. I heard the green stars are just super inconvenient to try and get your hands on. Though, unfortunately, like I said in the previous stream, I didn't really do a heck of a lot of Super Mario Galaxy playing. I played the original Super Mario Galaxy. I've said this before. Played the original Super Mario Galaxy. And I was not interested in it because it felt a lot more linear and really didn't feel like, well, again, a platformer exploration type of game. That's what I like in my Marios. That's why I like Super Mario 64 so much. That's why Mario Odyssey is just basically my fanboy dream. Because it's back to form. It's back to what I remember Mario being really good at. Merp says, they're really not in the intro to Puzzle Plank Galaxy. You can see where all the green stars are. Oh. Well, shut my mouth then. This seems like a bad idea. It's a lot of silver. Do I want to be collecting the silver? I don't even know. Hello, Skelly Bones. Nyah! Nyah! That's some nice flesh you have there. Mind if I borrow it? I'm a little cold down here in the cave. Give me your skin. Okay, we've waded out of that area. Oh, lava. I found a lava layer.
The pizza, He-Man! Eat it! Ah!
What the god? Okay. Lava desert. Fun. I do not nearly have the tools necessary to fight stuff like this. You see why I wanted to have a better save before? Because this game, it's pretty fun. But if you start out on... If you start out on a shit save... It's just like, why bother? Why keep going? Ah, yes, we have entered into the world of cactus death. Feel like I should turn right the hell around and go a different direction, though. Frankly. What? God damn it. No! Shit. Oh, yeah, look at my guy. I just recently noticed this, but when you're low on health, your eyes are just, like, ever so slightly closed. Perked up. Let's see, how far down am I at this point? Check my map. Ooh. Pretty far. There's this small little portion of my brain that's like, can we make it to hell? And then I look at the clock and see that it's nearly 10. I'm like, Responsibility? What's that? I don't know what I'm saying. I've been fairly responsible as of late. I've been pre-preparing meals, and those meals are nice and healthy, so I don't have to worry about, you know, accidentally, overfeeding myself and getting myself, over the weight again. Been doing my laundry, nice and clean. I'm clean-shaven. Despite the fact that I'm in quarantine. That's the funniest thing for me. Actually, there are some people, I was thinking about this the other day. Oh, Merp says, responsibility is overrated anyway. I don't know. So here's a funny thing. There are some people that do not know about the weight loss that I had not too long ago. Again, for a good, 8 months, I was on this diet, and I ended up losing 75 pounds. There's your backstory. The funny thing, I have a lot of people in my life that have absolutely no idea about the weight loss I had. And they have all, there's a lot of people that have always known me as being just ever so slightly overweight. So I'm just kind of wondering if they're going to see me and being like, oh, wow, quarantine did some good stuff to you. It's like, honestly, no. Quarantine was a pain and a half. Not that I'm not grateful for, having the opportunity to stay in my house. It's just kind of one of those, boy, I have not left these walls in such a long period of time. And the only time I've ever really left is, go time, get to the grocery store, and grab what you need. And even then, don't hang out. So not only do we have the corruption and all that jazz and the demonite, we have the stuff for that. This is such a weird freaking seed. It's mostly normal, and then you run into the odd weird thing every now and then. Again, I think I told you the story, how I got together with some old friends not too long ago. Except we all did the social distancing thing of standing literally 6 feet apart from each other. Actually, even more than that, honestly. My buddy was like, he was driving up to the house. And my other buddy, who actually had seen me in IRL recently before, he was just like, okay, so you remember what he looked like previously? You know how Bit looked previously? Like, yeah? He's only 2/3 of that now. And even at that point, it's just like, nah, no, he's not. Well, joke's on you, bitch. Now, if only I could get myself off the soda, then I could just be perfect, pristine health with no problems whatsoever. And my dentist would be happy. Oh, how much farther do you think it's gonna be before we hit, like, you know, a solid lava layer? Ooh. What's the glowing purple area for? I assume corruption, but maybe not. What are you? I'm gonna be sorely disappointed. Oh, yeah, okay, it's just Demonite. Oi. Okay. I was just like, oh, we're coming up on a purple thing. Is it something exciting? Nope. Merp says, wait, does soda ruin your teeth? You don't drink soda, so you wouldn't know. I don't know if you're kidding or if you're being serious. If you're being serious, I'm gonna, I'm gonna treat it as such. Yes, soda absolutely does ruin your teeth. Soda is one of those things that you really should not be drinking on a regular basis. For a multitude of reasons. The obvious reason is that, soda is covered in sugar and all that jazz, and it's going to be bad for your body, regardless of whether or not it's hitting your teeth or not. But it's especially bad for your teeth because soda is kind of a corrosive. Soda, it's got a lot of carbonation in it. Sugar acts as sort of a corrosive thing. And if you drink cola specifically, cola's got a lot of stuff in it that could be seen as a corrosive. Okay, Merp was being serious. Yes. So the fact that you don't drink soda, that's a benefit. That is a good on you kind of thing. Me, on the other hand, I'm sitting here with my Cinecoke and, huddling in a corner being like, no, please leave me alone. Leave me alone. No judge. It's not too dramatic. If you're brushing your teeth every single day, like at least a couple times a day, it's going to be fine. It's not like your teeth are just going to straight up dissolve after drinking soda for a certain period of time. I mean, sort of. I know there's some science fair type of projects where people have taken human teeth, dog teeth, just like whatever kind of teeth you can get your hold of, and they put it in cola, and then they refresh out the cola every single day. And yeah, without any kind of help or treatment, you can dissolve a tooth entirely in cola. It's a gnarly fact, but it's very true. And again, the haha funny moment is that I used to drink a lot more soda. I say haha funny, but it's more of the ha. Pretty silent over here. Hello? I hear something groaning in my ear. Disgusting. Oh, man. What other snacks I've just been so desperate to have as of late? I haven't had ice cream in frickin' forever. And that's one of those guilty pleasure, oh my god, I want kind of situations. I've wanted to have it for so long. But I've been holding off because I know ice cream is one of those... It's one of those things that's just like, oh, you're on a diet? Well, let me ruin it with this. Funny Stuff says 2020 Cavern. Stop, you're traveling too forward in time. I hope you're doing good, Funny Stuff. Let me... Whoop, whoop. Okie dokie. Where are we at? Okay, we have officially run into some loose lava down here. Which means, oh boy, yeah, we here. Also, oh, a mace, nice. The maces are super nice in this update, by the way. I remember the mace weapons used to be kind of crap. I actually really like the maces now. No. You've been scribbling old sticky paint off of a Waluigi amiibo for the last 30 minutes. Yuck. Ow. What are you... Again, this seems like a bad scenario in whatever way you shake it. Merp just ate some chocolate fudge, brownie, ice cream earlier, actual. Merp, stop! Merp, no! Can't take that kind of peer pressure. You know, if I were responsible with ice cream, I feel like it would be something that I would have more often. God help me. I can't. I won't. I don't. Funny Stuff says, long story short. Tried to make a bronze Waluigi amiibo a few years ago. My dad spray painted it, and the paint turned sticky and gross, and I just let it sit for a few years. Oh yeah, fair enough. That actually reminds me, long time ago, way back in the GameCube era, we had some memory cards, and they were the exact same color for both of them. Both me and my brother. And we were sitting there, we were like, well, what the heck do we do to, like, differentiate our memory cards? And so we said, oh, we got the best idea ever! Let's spray paint them! And we both looked at each other because we were stupid teens. We're like, yeah, let's do it! And so we took out, like, you know, different color spray paint, and we just spray painted our freaking cards. We did cover the contacts. Like, we weren't completely stupid. Covered the contacts up, we spray painted them, and yeah, they looked so rad. Couple problems with that. One, when you spray paint something, it adds an extra layer of thickness to it. And when you do that, it actually makes it a little bit more difficult for something to fit into a slot. And turns out, GameCube cards are actually milled pretty close so that they'll fit into the socket without any kind of air gaps. So, eventually, the paint just started to kind of peel off of those bastards. Two, yes, Funny Stuff is saying, did it get sticky and gross? It got sticky and gross. But on top of that, the paint has just slowly started to kind of come off of them over the years. I have not peeled them off, because, honestly, I don't care all that much. It's still sitting in my Super Mario Sunshine case to this day. How much health do I currently have sitting on? Okay, so I'm up at 180 health. And I know that if I get any more health outside of what I've already gotten, the Eye of Cthulhu can potentially spawn. That's just a heads up for you guys. I don't feel I am ready for that. Painted memory card reveal. The uselessness of it. Maybe it's still sticking in my GameCube, honestly. I don't even know where it is at this point. If I mess around with my GameCube stuff, I could probably find it. I feel like I need to collect more life crystals before I would attempt to try and fight the Eye of Cthulhu. Now, I have gotten a whole bunch of ores and things. Did I put all that in a chest? I think I did. Where are you? Ah, oh, Jesus. Yep, that's a lot of gold ore. At this point, I have plenty of gold to be able to make myself some armor. So let's do that. I think. If my memory serves me correctly. Especially, you pile on those ingots that I currently have sitting there. Yeah, gold armor is kind of like the best thing that I can get at the moment, so... Shit. Okay, never mind. I guess I'll put on what I currently have. I was not able to make the pants. We make the pants? We make the pants? No. Alright, well that's that. I think now would actually be a fairly decent time to finish up the stream, though. Because I don't have too much that I can do right now. Abraham, the traveling merchant! Oh my god, who are you? Well, let's talk to you, why not? What do you got going on, Abraham? Yellow counterweight. Chef's uniform. Oh, dear God. No. Yeah, I don't have enough to get the full chef's uniform. Okay, yeah, no, I don't have enough to get the full chef uniform. Let's fucking roll! Pressurator. Automatically places actuators on placed objects. I do not know what that's supposed to freaking be. I don't know. I'm not that advanced with Terraria. I apologize. Okay. How much defense does this thing give me, by the way? 3. These might be Steve's. Slightly increases mobility. I'd say. Look at me go! Look at my tentacly noodliness. Oh god, I just had a thought. What would happen if you dyed these? Yeah, I definitely need to get some dyes at some point. Okay. Well, this was kind of interesting. You know, I don't really know how much... Okay, so I talked about this a little bit earlier, and for those people that are still currently in the chat, I talked about the idea of continuing on with this particular... I don't know. I wanted to completely redo our Terraria playthrough, because the first time that I decided to play Terraria, I ended up royally kind of... not screwing it up, but we ended up on a save that was just complete garbage. And we ended up having 2 little pockets of corruption to both the left and the right side that were giving me just a headache and a half, and it was a pain in the ass. But this save, oddly enough, it's a little bit better. And on top of that, it's a crazy, ridiculous save that has a whole bunch of weird stuff out of line. So, wacky world or riot says funny stuff. Raphael the painter has arrived. How about that? Hello, Raphael. Where are you? There you are. Also, again, this is the new NPC. Molly. I may not know, like, a whole lot, but I can talk your head off about my nature and critters and animals and wildlife and... Fucking damn it. Critter companionship. Squirrel. Okay, so what is this? Prevents you from hurting critters while in the inventory. Oh, nice. So, if I don't want to kill bunnies, I could buy this book. It's the furry lady. Oh, woo. Wasn't going to mention it, but yes. The bunny tail. The bunny ears. That's why they call me Thumper. Oh, shush. Koi kite. Kites can be flown on windy days. Is there a point to that aside from... I mean, what the heck? Reel it in with right click? What? Also, cat license, squirrel hook. I don't have enough money for a cat license. Shit. Oh well. Ah, Bambi quote. I know. Cute. Anyway. Yeah, for those... Again, I'm going to remind you guys, this is a very strange seed where it's literally just a broken, drunk world. If you notice in the background, the trees are confused. I think they are. I'm pretty sure they are. We got the party girl stupidly early on for no reason. As I don't know if the trees are any different. I think there are some other strange oddities involved with this world. And honestly, I'm so curious about seeing what other oddities are around this world that I kind of want to see what more could potentially be here. So I want to keep this going, frankly. So like, I think that's kind of the plan for the next stream of Terraria. I'm just going to dive directly back into this. Dive directly back in. You mean your trees aren't giant pointy spheres? No. I'd like to think not. I'm fairly certain that's different. I'm pretty sure that's weird. I think they are. I don't know. I see those trees, and all I can think is that, oh boy, if Kenny from South Park were here, he would be skewered on top of one of those bastards. Also, Pride Rock is in the background over there. Like, what other weird things are possibly happening on this place? I know that there's a big old list of... Okay, just to spoil a couple of other things, what other weird stuff happens? Both worlds' evils generate, each on opposite sides of the world, and both the Corruption and Crimson biome chests are present in the dungeon. So, there's one crazy thing that happens with this thing. Oh, okay, apparently Blood Moon stuff happens, so I'm not going to look too close into that. When turning a world into hard mode, okay, something strange happens in hard mode, so something weird. Both ore variants generate in the world. The party girl replaces the guide upon entering the world. Yeah, very, very strange. Living trees generate much more frequently on the surface. That's what I was thinking! Moonlord legs and red potion items can generate in chests. So, yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. There is definitely some strange stuff going on in here, but I don't want to look too closely at this because I don't want to spoil myself on stuff. Just the terrain generation is kind of turned upside down, and I'm looking forward to seeing like what other weird stuff happens here. Okie dokie, let's go ahead and head off to the end screen. So thanks everybody for coming out today, especially those who did any kind of extra donations types of things. I appreciate that a lot. You don't necessarily have to, but it's nice because I can take that money and put it towards stuff. And also thanks to people who did some extra following, like Molotov did earlier today. Again, I appreciate it a lot. Funny stuff. Randy Newman. Strange things are happening to me. So yeah, expect me to do this probably next Saturday. I stream on Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays, all of them starting at around 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Tomorrow, I will be diving into more Animal Crossing. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm kind of running out of things to do. Like, maybe I might be surprised. I might be fooled. There might be a new event that comes up, and maybe something shocking will happen. Or I might come up with a new concept or idea for the island that I'm currently on. But I don't know, just the more that I build the city and the more I kind of make it my own, the more I realize I don't have a lot of avenues left for me to travel aside from just making sweet buns. That's kind of it. So, I don't know, expect to see another haul of, a bunch of random turnips show up the next time that I play. And probably something else, I don't even know. Anyway, that is happening. I still need to get through the rest of Halo. So there's another thing. I guess considering the fact that this save is going to continue to go on, I think the previous stream I did of Terraria, I will likely be throwing out. Just because there's no point in starting up that playthrough and then starting up an entire different one and uploading both. That really doesn't make much sense. Of course, I don't know how I'm supposed to label this in, on the VODs. Like, do I label it as Drunk Terraria? Because that's going to be an entirely other thing. Maybe I should call it like the, the drunk seed or whatever the heck. Although, then again, is that going to get me in trouble with YouTube? Are you allowed to put drunk in your titles? I don't think you are. Damn you, YouTube, and your filtering. We've complained enough about you this episode. Okay, I'm going to go and eat a thing. So, thanks for coming out. See you next time.